This is my easy 3-step honest review of Prospect Dynamic. Hi there, I'm Victor. If you enjoy this video, please click on the like button. To say hello or ask questions to me, please do so in the comments section below. Also, don't forget to subscribe to my channel. This is my 3-step honest review of Prospect Dynamic from the vendor Walter Bayliss. In this review, we'll look at the sales page, I'll take you in and show you a short demo, and I'll conclude with my recommendation and why. Prospect Dynamic is a WordPress plugin that allows you to show a person's name and company on web pages and emails dynamically. In other words, whenever a person goes to a link that you give them that has the correct code in it, they will see their name and or company wherever you want them to on your web pages or in your emails. This is for anyone who wants to give their prospects a more personalized experience, even on web pages, without them having to log in or anything like that. It's a pretty straightforward sales page actually, which most tools seem to be, which I kind of like actually. Show me what it is that you're selling me, let me get a good idea if I want to buy it, and then let me buy it. That's what I want in a sales page. There's always going to be some commercial type stuff, but that's the nature of a sales page. But it's nice when it's not all a bunch of hype and everything. That's just a money grab. And I don't think that this is. I think it's just an interesting and a cool tool. And so here we have some of the sales stuff. You know, why would you want personalized sales pages and web pages? To make people feel like, wow. And then they just go through and they mention different places that use stuff like this. Here they show you that they have templates and everything that you can even use to incorporate their stuff. Select a template, personalize it, and publish it. Pretty simple, pretty straightforward. Here they're saying that their templates are easy to use. Talk about how it integrates with autoresponders, with warm ones and cold ones, and I'll show you in the demo what they're talking about. You can even include links, for example, even like on Facebook, where someone clicks on the link that you give them in Facebook and it takes them to a page that has their personalized information in it like that, as far as their name and stuff. I'll explain why in the demo. Let's go ahead and take a look at this. So I have some screenshots here of their demo, and I'll just walk you through what's happening. Here they're showing you that they have placeholders. Here's a WordPress site. That's a normal WordPress kind of a area here. And where it says prospect here, that just kind of shows you what you see in a WordPress dashboard after you've installed a plugin like this. So this is their template, or one of their templates, showing you that you use placeholders within the page where you want to insert information. So if you want the first name, if you want the company to show up, and then when you publish this web page in your WordPress, when someone goes to the page, instead of seeing what we see here, it'll actually show their name and their company name if the URL, if the link to the page has that extra information in it. And basically right here where it says template generated link and copy, all of this information here, first name underscore equals company name, that information ends up being replaced. And when it is, that's what ends up being displayed down here. I hope that doesn't confuse you. I'm kind of a programmer by trade, and so I start tearing these things apart, and sometimes I drop into geek land and out of layman's terms, so please forgive me. Here's a web page designed using their template. This is showing you with the placeholders, and now when someone goes to that page and they use the link that you copied, what I was mentioning just earlier there, then actually what they see when they go to the page is their name and their company name. And here's showing a different page, for example, that someone could go to, and the focus is right here where it says Mary. If the URL, if the link had someone else's name in that area where I was talking about first name, for example, if it had Roberta, then this is what Roberta would see, for example, or someone who clicked on that link. This is like in an email autoresponder. It's just showing that you can use this here as well. And what happens is where you need to get the information for the URL, for the link. They're just kind of showing you that you can get that information from an autoresponder as well. And so when you set it up in a template, in an email template, when the email goes out, the emails that everybody receives would have those personalized links. And so here's an example of a link in the email template being personalized, if you will, or prepared. Remember earlier I said I showed you the first name thing, and what's happening here is they're taking the placeholder that the autoresponder uses, because different autoresponders use different placeholders, and they're inserting that into the URL, into the link. That's what makes it work dynamically with Prospect Dynamic. They receive the email that we saw a second ago from the template, and here's the link that was created. The URL is built into this link, and when they click on it, now it actually shows London, because their name was replaced dynamically from the autoresponder even. So that was using a normal autoresponder that people use, for example, Aweber, I believe that was. And they're also saying that this works also with what are called cold autoresponders. In other words, systems that send out emails to people that haven't said they want emails necessarily and stuff like that. This one I think is called Woodpecker, because there's a woodpecker. And then here they want to just show you that also you can generate URLs that can be used for Facebook. So when someone's logged into Facebook and they click on a link, well, Facebook knows who the individual is already, of course, because they're logged in. And so when the person clicks on the link, if you have the correct code in for Facebook, Facebook can dynamically put that current user's name in there, and then when they click on the link, it's passed on to the URL, to the link, and now you have that dynamic thing happening again. The slideshow hopefully makes this a little bit more clear what's happening. You use placeholders in your emails or web pages, and then whenever a link has the added information that it needs from the placeholders, they get replaced with the actual information, like a person's name, for example. I think this could be pretty useful overall. If you get this, like with any WordPress plugins, test it as soon as possible in case there are problems. Test and make sure it works the way you expect it to, and also test everything else on your website and stuff to make sure those things still work also. On a scale of 1 to 10, I give this a 7, just because you will need to test this right away to check for compatibility with existing WordPress plugins. For something else that I would recommend, especially that could help you with any kind of making money online business in marketing and otherwise, please click on my link or go to 𝐸𝐴𝐴nydoor.com for some more information there. If you enjoyed this video, then please give it a thumbs up. Don't forget to say hello to me in my comments below and subscribe to my channel.